What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Kim fanale na mukete ZA mfana wo sosha. Before episode thoma, I just want to thank all of you guys. Baba le subscribe le, baba le re showang support, baba le re fan lerato. Re le bo ba fethu le ntse le share mo le botse chomi re chomi ya botse chomi wa ntshala nyora ka ba botle re khono hola ntho re le fa yona re ntse re le fa yona in more quality and in more detail wa ntshala ka jego ke na le batho ba ba shabo itse a o dile kae ah sweet ke khopela o introduce ke na le manga je
known as Tiger South Africa.
Tiger South Africa. Mzansi, sihlaba wonke jikelele.
Yeah, so I'm currently the coach of TS Galaxy under 17, under 19, sorry. And I am a chairperson and founder of a club that is called Alex Royaltigers.
Alex Royaltigers.
Yeah.
Okay, you have a very important role if or a coach under 19.
Yeah.
Your job is very important and it's vital because you are dealing with fresh minds that have to be nurtured and directed into a positive path.
Yes.
So, Coach Tiger, how do you go about, and what does a normal day with Coach Tiger and TS Galaxy under 19 look like?
It's very interesting because a lot of those players are coming from different parts of the game. Some different parts of South Africa, different backgrounds and upbringing in general. Some are coming from KZN. So a normal day in TS Galaxy under 19 is a very hectic one because we are playing a league that is called Gauteng Development League. I believe with my research and the current state that it's one of the best development leagues in the continent.
In the continent?
Yes.
That is big.
So it produces a lot of players. If you check at our Bafana under 19, under 20, majority of those players are coming from GDL. So a normal day is that you are coaching a lot of boys that are inspired to play in the PSL, in the NFT, and outside the country. So the challenge for them is very big. And my job is to ensure that there's discipline and order in them, and most importantly, make incredible change in their lives.
Yeah. Which is very important change.
Yeah.
The word change, which is very important. So, Coach Tiger, dealing with Intwane from different backgrounds, how do you handle all of that? How do you try and make it into one? Bringing them into one as ukhulumile na ukuthi they are from different backgrounds. Omunye ukhuliswa grand, omunye we will never know. Omunye abuse, omunye, you know. How do you bring it together and let these boys move as one and feel it? Thank you, and feel comfortable and feel at home.
It's very difficult, I can tell you, because some of them are in matric, some of them they are done with matric, some of them are still in the work. And some of them are coming from households that are very good, they are supportive, some they are not being supported. But the most important thing as a coach, you need to make sure that you understand each and every player, their character, because they're different. There are some who are very shy, they can't speak, there are some who speak through body language. And some of them, they're normal kids. But you need to make sure that everybody achieves one objective, is to understand and have a relationship and a close relationship with each and every player that you have, so that you understand which type of home are they coming from. Because everything starts at home. If the home is broken, we're not going to have a good society. If the father and the mother and the sister and the brother, they behave as if a home is like a hostel, it becomes a problem. Some of them will tell you, I can't come to training because many friends will swam and all of that. Those are the things we're going to get from our Fanaba solution most of the time. But we're trying our level best to assist them where we can to make sure that they feel at home and they relax.
Okay. I'm much more interested on the real time for Galaxy. Galaxy comes now, right?
Yes.
Now let's start where everything starts.
Yeah.
You've been a coach for Galaxy.
Correct.
So let's start there. How did it come up on your side and say,
I think it's leadership. It's leadership, it's a calling. I think working with the community and working with kids, it's not something you can up and go and take it. It's very challenging because there's a lot of emotions invested.
Yeah.
There's a lot of feelings infected by it. Back in 2012, when I took over Royaltigers, it was called Tiger Boys. It was a club that I played for, and I felt a need that it was not run properly as a student of course us. Because when I grow up, I used to be I am a comrade, by the way. So in our leadership camps and all of this, we talk about how to establish a proper organization. When I looked at this Tiger Boys, no, it was not run well. People were not caring about it. When I found it, and then I changed everything. I changed the name. And then I decided that I want to make an incredible change and change a boy child to become a man.
So when you start taking over,
Yeah.
you start as a coach, or
Yes, as a coach.
then you started making change through coaching.
Through coaching. Because a lot of things that are happening with boys, a lot of people don't understand boys. So I had to understand a lot of things myself because it was my learning curve when I was taking over at Royaltigers, and then our objective was to develop them to become better men. Only to find out that we're going to develop better players, better this, and we reach our objectives. It was a very interesting learning journey, and a learning curve, and learning a lot of things in the football leagues, football administration, leadership qualities, and all of that. And I grew into that, and Royaltigers became a gold mine that one everybody wants to have a share of.
So, Bafetu, as Gebolete, Coach Tiger here is someone of utmost importance. So, he's dealing with a lot of things. This is something we need in most communities because with this day and age, it is possible that you find a 45-year-old boy and a 19-year-old man.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what you are saying now is I want to come into the bracket changing boys to men.
Yeah.
Yeah. How does that go about? What is the objective? What is the mandate? What do you do with these boys?
I think I was fortunate enough that after I've done my schooling, I was fortunate enough to be an assistant to the social workers, where you understand psychology and human behavior, where you understand how when this person behaves like this, what could be that. And I was able to deal with a lot of men who are broken, a lot of men who are dealing with a lot of issues. Then from my experience of that, I took it to these boys to actually check with him. I can actually tell you myself, not to say this, but I can actually tell you that this one is going to be a problem in the future. And we need to invest a lot of time in it based on the symbols that I can tell you with it, based on my experience. But law needs so much attention. So turning boys into men is giving them a lot of responsibility, financial responsibility. So when I see that I cannot actually win the battle with the boy, I also could be struggling in that time. I will then push to get social workers involved, and then and some of them when they are getting better, you can tell that okay they're doing better. But it's to teach them life skills, because football is not only teaching you how to play football; it teaches you about time, discipline, punctuality, a lot of things.
Yeah.
And the player becomes disciplined. I think every player that sees coaches, they feel this guy is my father, because most of them they elect a lot of fathers. So we step into that and make sure that obviously there are a lot of things that we have to put at the Royaltigers to ensure that.
So a quick laugh.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
He can be a player.
He is a player.
He can be. Because everybody is a player, remember?
Oh,
Yeah, he can be a player. I've never seen him play, but I believe I can make him one.
So then now, let's go back to the journey of Royaltigers.
Yeah.
Moved from
Royal Tiger. Tiger Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moved from Tiger Boys to Royaltigers.
Yes.
So when you moved the club from being Tiger Boys to Royaltigers,
Yeah.
were there any complications in that maybe they wanted you to stop? Because obviously Tiger Boys was somebody's club. it was not used. And how did you take over and everything?
No, it was a simple task because when we were there, it was not a club that was formal. It was not a club that was registered in the league, that was playing in the league. It was just a bunch of players playing. I was part of those bunch of players playing. The Tiger Boys playing players. Before Rotary was closed, we were playing there and we were training in NS Park. So now the people that were there, who were older, that were supposed to make and formalize this thing to be right, they were not ambitious enough to make this thing success. So when I took over, there was no sort of actually there was nothing. It was just a group of boys
playing football
under the name Tiger. So now I had to come in and establish it. So I founded everything, name, the culture, beliefs, and everything.
So you came in and brought in the formality.
Yes, the formality and studied it from scratch. The logo, the Facebook, everything. We had to do everything, and at the same time, some of the guys that I brought in, because I was alone, when I brought in a lot of these guys, they felt Tiger Boys. It's like it's your thing. Yeah, your boys. You know that type of thing. Because I was Tiger. Because Tiger comes from my surname.
That's the thing.
Yeah, Matolem.
Oh, Ingwe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like it's your thing. So they had to like, no one to know.
Who's in it?
So they had to define everything and make it to a complete.
And it turned out to be a Royal Tigers.
Yes.
No, isibani sakho ngokwesiboni ne, but with what I've heard so far, ngikujubela isigqoko bhutam.
Thank you.
Ngiyakuhlonipha. Ngiyakuhlonipha, and especially if everything that we are talking about now is actually what you are implementing into a lot of young boys.
Yes.
I respect you a lot. Because in everyday life, as you grow, as I grow, you do get that one out you get to think, had I gotten someone like Coach Tiger at the age of 14 years, where would I be? You understand? And in most cases, these questions, they are shy. You understand? So, but if meeting someone like you, I respect you for it, man. So, is coaching into ELSK? Did you go to school, get some Konabo D license, KFA? Yeah, is it something that you have qualifications for?
Yes, I think I've got a lot of qualifications beyond the ones that I have now. I've got a C license now, coaching C license. I did them very early. When they are now required, I'll give it. Because I was a young coach. I was at school when I was a coach.
High school?
Yes, it was high school. It made ever hard. I would skip a week going to a course. I would go to, because I was the president of the school. So I would go to my HOD and say, look, I need something different. And then go for it. And I would go into my courses. When I was done with my school, I was already having my qualifications. So I went straight, immediately.
Yeah, because
of the qualification. And at the same time, because of an experience.
Yes.
Because these guys, I never actually went and knocked in my whole entire life looking for a job.
They came to you.
They come to me.
Damn.
No, you know what they say? When you know people, you know people, know people.
Who know you? How are you?
So now, when we jump from Tiger Boys to Royal Tigers, what are the what do they say? The English accomplishment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Accomplishment.
Yeah, no, I think first thing is first. You can't lay a house without a foundation. Royal Tigers go through 3 rules that governs that house. Under any circumstances, we do not break those.
You have to stick by
Our fan and our moves of 18-year-old who comes into this guy. I know. Siyalalelana, siyahloniphana, siyathokelana. Those are the 3 rules that governs Royal Tigers. So when we started that, I told them that these are the rules that the boys must understand. We have to define those rules to the players, and the players must understand it to the core.
It's the culture.
We are turned. This is
what we do.
So once we establish that, a lot of things just fell into play. And the team has accomplished a lot. I think what your question that you said earlier, that, or your comment, that when you said, I wish I could have had somebody like you, I felt that way as a young boy growing up as well. What you need in a hot money that will guide you. So there are a lot of coaches who are cheating these boys their future. They don't give them the reality, they don't give them the truth, they don't give them the objectives and accountability. So we had to create a different environment. This is not just a football club, it's a movement that is there to make sure that these boys move to the higher hierarchy of the future.
Okay. No.
Wow.
It's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
My English ran.
Yeah.
It's amazing what you do, Coach. It's amazing. So for you as a coach, what would be the highlight of your career to this far?
Look, there's a lot. There's a lot. I don't want to lie. It's not easy to wake up to the Tiger. That's a fact because everything comes to you. Bad, good, and the ugly, they come to you.
They all come into
So, my first objective has to give you a background of my status now. Is to make sure that I see boys from NX playing professional. The past decades, we were only having Mpumakula, and we had Manyama, only few players are Mpumayo. Those were the players that were at that era that were playing the PSL. And we didn't have players. We had to change our narrative as Royaltigers and said, instead of winning trophies and people are cheering on that day, let's develop players that will play there. And let's bring every asset that we can to make sure that these players go there. And by the way, we're flourishing in that. We're doing very well. Our players, his player, Omulemo Kekana, who scored a winning goal for Bafana that week. It's from Alexander. And it's from Royaltigers. He played from Royaltigers at the age of 9. And you listen to him when he's getting interviewed or how he behaves. Upumekaya in the order. Same thing more CM who's playing for Orlando Pirates. He played against Sundowns yesterday, 90 minutes. It's from here. And you look at their character, all these boys. There are those who are playing MDC, NFT, playing PSL, then you go to in Europe. You look at their character, it's like
they behave the same.
They behave the same.
Because
they're very sportive, they're very behaved, and they're very professional.
So that's the only highlight Coach Tiger is embracing about now. Me as Coach Tiger, the players that are
yes. Because I wanted to tell you, Hore, I wanted to assess how you were gonna answer that question.
Yeah.
Because most coaches, if you ask the coach, or coach, what is your highlight? What is the highlight of your career? Some you understand where they're coming from. Why is it important for he won that? Some it's understandable, but in most cases you get a coach ozoti. No, me, I went Kawina Phillies. You understand? So now you get to see what the coach values most.
Yeah.
He values.
What we were talking about earlier on with Coach Jacob.
Yes.
He said something like that. That coaches of nowadays they don't focus on the players. They focus on themselves. What matters to themselves. Yeah, I want to see myself there.
I think you can't blame them. I mean, Pep has showed them that if you win, you become important. So that's what they are doing. And they forget Pep is in the highest hierarchy of football in the world. The best league in the world. And he's got the best players in the world. So his winning is good.
He's not developing.
He's not developing.
Yeah.
He's got a support staff of over 30 people for his players.
Okay.
So coaches most of the time, they think winning. I'm in my club. I won everything possible in my level. I won the leagues, I won everything. They're not important to me. And how did I win them? I was not focusing on them. I was focusing on improving the players that are playing where they play now. That was my focus because I gave them the right skills, the right swing, the right methods.
Everything they needed.
They won. Not because of I wanted them to. Winning was the cream on top. After the job.
Exactly.
So you see, and I went to Germany as well in 2019 to go and study how they do things there. It was a 2 week tour. My people are waking up there. Coaches are waking. I went to Switzerland, I went to Italy. When I went to those countries, it was a vacation of football learn how other people are doing things.
Tell me more.
When you come back in your country, you realize that no, these people are playing. When COVID hits, it took us 10 years back as a country, or as a continent in football. Meaning a boy who is 13, I'll make an example. A boy who's 13, who's playing in South Africa now, is 10 years behind than a boy who's playing in Europe.
Oh, okay.
In terms of skills.
Okay.
In terms of football. But how do you make sure you cover the game? You must empower yourself as a coach. And we are rusa if you don't empower yourself. You must empower yourself, study hard, learn hard, and understand the levels of football where you are to improve the players.
Well, see, when you're talking about COVID, there's this guy I was watching yesterday, Derek Grant. He said something about perspective. So when you talk about COVID, it was a pandemic, yes, but when it comes to players, us as players, it was a matter of what you make of it.
Yes.
Because now, at that time, I was doing my matric, right? After 3 months, we went back to school. I think after 6 or 7 months, football was like, sports was opened again, I can say. I didn't understand, hooray, you've been out for 7 months, how are you not fit?
Yes.
You understand? So it was a matter of perspective. What did you make of COVID? Is it a holiday? Are you going to sit the rest for 7 months? Or is it your chance? You are above everyone else. So it was a matter of perspective. Hence, when COVID hit, it took us 10 years back. It's also a matter of perspective. What were you doing at that time? You understand? So, what do you do to close that gap?
That gap is close. You need to really understand. I'll make this example. I'll come back to that question. You are watching a World Cup, or you are watching what is this thing that was playing? AFCON. And you are a coach. What are the questions you ask yourself when you're watching them? What are the researches you are doing? Are you just a Ghanaian coach following your club? Or are you just a South African coach following your club?
Or are you a student?
Or are you a student of the game? Now, what do I mean by that? You can ask coaches, how many under 19 played in the under 20 AFCON? How many 16-year-olds? They won't answer that question. Because they were not paying details into. In 3 years' time, that ball will come back to the same competition. And we as a country, how many do we have who are ready in 3 years' time to go and compete with those players who played already in that level? You go to a World Cup. When you go to a World Cup, you are watching them. How many under 21s have played the World Cup? You have them. Because in 5 years' time, they'll be coming back to play when they're 25.
Same tournament.
Same tournament. And how many do we have
who are ready?
So once you don't ask yourself those questions to understand them and break them down, you are then saying it's just a normal tournament and playing. Then you're not worried about the development. As a development coach, you watch your players who are coming to that stage. How are they going to be ready? And when are they going to be ready? So covering the gap is to do research. Understand that the Premier League has 19-year-olds, 17-year-olds playing the Premier League.
And the regular players.
We are having a 17-year-old in Alex who can kick and trap the ball. That's the 10 years that I'm talking about.
We have him there. He's 23. Pass outside the lines.
Yeah, he was a good player. I wanted to take him actually, and he refused. Tribal things, but it's another thing.
You see now.
Drop it, chief. Drop it.
He's coming with something like
a big coach. He's coming with a part. Now you have to cook.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's jump to see this galaxy.
Yeah.
I wanted viewers to have a taste of Royaltigers.
Yes.
How did you establish them?
Yeah.
But I feel like you've touched all the different
and the important parts
of Royaltigers. But now, let's move from Tiger being in Royaltigers to jumping to Chase Gunners. From my side, I knew you as a Royaltiger. Now 2 minutes you text me. Now you are in Chase Gunners.
Which one is this one?
What do you miss in between?
Wait,
what? Time you called me and said, no, man, we need to go and play football. but that tournament didn't go on. And I was like, no, but I want to understand what's going on in life. What did I miss in between? So now tell us what happened? What happened? How did you come up to have yourself?
I think it's 2021.
Yeah, somewhere there.
I was coaching. When I said to you, I've never looked for a job. I was in Spain City. There's a boy of mine who's playing in Germany now. He used to call me and say, "Can we do one-on-one training with you?" I'm like, "Okay, I've got time." I get to Spain City. When I get there, I see a long-time friend. So he says, "Cha, I've been looking for you. Where have you been?" I'm like, "No, I've been around." He said, No, I've got a job for you. That's it, it gives me a job. I get paid.
Just like that.
Just like that. I go in coaching academy there. And then when I'm coaching that academy, I'm getting a call from a technical director of development of TS Galaxy, Mr. Ishimaka. He gives me a call. He says, "South Africa, where are you in South Africa?" I'm like, "I'm in Alexander."
In South Africa.
In South Africa. And he says, "No, Chana, look, I'm coming there. We must meet at Alex Mall. I want to talk to you." I go there. When I go there, he says, "I've got a job for you." Job for me.
You just got a job. Now you get
I
another
get
job.
another one now. I got a job for you. I've got a job for you. I want you to come and coach TS Galaxy under 17. Hey man, me in the GDL. I've never dreamt of that. I've never played that. I've never even expired.
What's everything? What's everything?
I'm like, and I was like, how? And then says, "No, I've been following you. I know your work. I know what you've produced. You're the best, and I want you."
I'm aware of you.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
what's it doing? My ancestors are trying.
Yeah, they're coming with something.
And he says, no, I'm checking you. Contract, everything signed. I go. I meet with the chairperson of TS Galaxy,
Tim.
in his office here in Santi. He says, "Yeah, Tiger, they told me about you. Welcome to TS Galaxy family. We hope you are going to enjoy your season. All the best. Here's your contract." I start looking at Galaxy.
Wow.
And then I'm there. I'm with
So
you.
you see when they say there's this video loaded video.
Tony ka bona o dumetse le o ka nyaka go di faga wa di rang wa di mixa wa tra dintho ka lefona o ka slow okay. That's nice. So at TS Galaxy, you are dealing with people's dreams.
Yeah.
Because it's a bunch of kids in this country. Ongababuza ukuthi what's your dream? Abangakutshela ukuthi I want to play for TS Galaxy. You understand? So how
my phone, I think I've got 5,000 people every day.
Hey, hi.
Coach, can I come from Malanga, from State Cape? So I know that. So now my task is different now. Cream of the cream. I'm used to coaching you guys. You guys are trying to pass the ball and I must teach you. Now the level is high.
it's a different world now.
High level. The highest development unit in the continent. It means every child wants to play there. From Congo, from Zimbabwe.
They want to go there.
So in the process of me being there now, I'm dealing with the cream of the cream. It's a new experience. But I was ready for it. The cream that we have now is the top cream in the country. From Eastern Cape, from Mpumalanga, from KZN, from the other.
You now have the cream from Woolworths. It's no longer. You're at the top.
I get there. Now the challenge is to say, my level of coaching was for development of players who can pass your country. Now you must change your mindset. You must change your attitude. Because you are under scrutiny all the time. You must now be in that level with those guys. The players that we have now are no longer the LX boys that you must teach step and pass. They know you must now change your ability, change your credibility, and change your attitude.
Now you must take them
The
from.
environment has changed.
Yeah. How do you move from trap and pass to what do you do with the trap and pass?
Yeah.
So now everything changes now.
Everything changes.
No.
But still,
Now it goes up.
it means now your coaching must go up, and your players, you must move the players as well from this level to the next level. It doesn't mean because of the basics they're complete.
There's always something to teach.
Yes, how many years does it take to be a complete footballer? So it is a complete football. Complete. Now you must now move your level higher.
Go up.
Move yourself higher. Move the players. Yeah.
Hey, there's a lot in the container.
Spanish Coach Tigers is easy. Think about it. It's not easy. It requires him to shift his mindset now and then.
Yeah.
Now and then you are shifting. You get used to this or this. Exactly. There's no comfort.
One thing that surprises me every day is that you'll never find him angry.
Yeah.
Even when I started knowing him, he was like this. Always smiling.
Very tough.
Yeah. Even if it's tough, you gotta tell the chief, we move. Baba.
We move.
Yeah.
You don't want to. You wake up and you go.
Yesterday, we were talking. I was with him yesterday. 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 I was with him yesterday. We were talking.
Yeah.
Hey, Baba, I was having a problem. You told me, Baba, hey, we move.
Yeah.
If you need to fuck up somebody, fuck him now.
Yeah.
Don't think about
It's
it.
not personal.
Yeah.
It's business, right? Fuck you now. There is business. Then tomorrow I can meet you. It was business. He did that one. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see?
So now, Coach Tyler, how we live in one country that is messed up.
Yeah.
So how do you protect these boys? Because you have a lot of boys who are ready at a very young age, but they are not protected. They are not channeled into the right path.
I think your question is very profound. But I can tell you,
English. Can you cover it?
no, what so what happened is that players, my mentor said to me, players in South Africa are like a grass. Get them in every corner. And we can only deal with so much. You know, some of them, if then I can give this to free advice to the young players out there. Football will shape you in or out if you don't respect life. It's simple as that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, some don't get opportunities, but those who get opportunities and they mess them up, football is it's a very honest game, guys. Maybe I'm biased because I'm with him, but I can tell you it's a very honest game. If you don't respect it, if you don't respect the people around it, it will harm you. I can make you an example. I don't want to, but I can do it. I'm South Africa. There's a player in Alex. He would depends on football to change his family life. Right? We understand it as the coaches. We understand it as classic coaches. So we want these kids to be in that level. To get, we give this boy an opportunity to play in the highest order at the young age of 19 in the country. Meanwhile, there's more than 500,000 children who want that sport. He was fortunate enough that he was close to us with David. We put him respected. Never respected. Right, there's a boy from Santi, right, who will respect that as if his life depends on it.
And to be honest, it doesn't.
Yes, he will respect it because the upbringing of these kids are too different. Right? You might think boys from Santi don't deserve an opportunity to play in the highest level because their family has made so much money that they don't need football to survive. It's not about that. It's about passion. This guy has passion and respect for the job. This one, it's got the same thing, but doesn't have discipline.
Doesn't respect it.
Doesn't respect the job. I know different kids to say the upbringing of this child. You know, I'll make an example. Life is very organized. Umama uyamdrive umse esikolweni, uyambuyisa umsendlini, uyatshintsha uze ebholeni, umuse ekhaya wenza ama-homework. So it's very organized.
Every day uphila leyo mpilo.
Yes. So he knows punctuality isikhathi nani. Meanwhile, intwana yami aselokishini, isikolo singena ngo-8, 5 minutes isikolo. Uzongena ngo-8 isikolo. You understand? It might be other challenges that I don't want to get into.
Yeah.
No, we're staying in a one-room house in 7. I don't want to get into that because I've got a different view. If you really want to change your life, you put your mind. So laba abanye uthola ukuthi ungena esikoleni late antwana kunaflow. They take things light. And when opportunities comes to them, they mess them up. Then I'm telling you from experience.
And then they will come back, but you luck.
Yes.
I've been doing this I've been saying this for the longest time. I don't know when I started saying it, and I'm still saying it even today. I have my own definition of luck.
Yeah.
Preparation plus opportunity.
Yeah.
Because opportunity is something that you will forever, it will forever be there.
Yeah.
Sometimes you will not know which this is an opportunity, but in a way, opportunity will always present itself to you. But when it comes to you, are you ready?
Yeah.
Did you prepare?
Yeah.
That's luck when the two things meet. So as we said now, Alex, a life in order for his life to change, it depends on that one spot that over 1 million kids wish for.
Yeah.
And then when amayithola, he's not ready. Uzobuya athi hayi diske inamanga, hayi diske alinaqiniso, ucoach Tiger umsusile wangifaka eGalaxy manje masifika eGalaxy yangishintsha yena. Yabo. So ucoach Tiger on a normal day with abafana base TS Galaxy. For sure you do those classroom daily. What do you say to those boys? Besides anything within the boundaries of the field?
Yeah. It's deep. I wish you could come to my changing room once and listen. Because sometimes the energy tells you. I could tell my boys when they're going to lose a game.
The energy.
And I'll tell them, today I'm going to lose. And they think I'm a sabona. No.
Can we get an invite one day?
Yes.
So we can see. Please.
Definitely.
Full experience.
Yeah. So I can get these boys. I get into a changing room. I tell the feeling. I know what to say. Because I've been into many changing rooms. And I can tell you that this one, we're not winning this battle. We went to play against Mamelodi Sundowns. Before we even played, I just came late. Intentional. I see my boys standing in the fence. Admiring. Players, same age, same league, competing for the same level. They look like, wow. And I called them. And I said, I'd luck for today. You won't win this one. Not because I don't trust them. Once you look at a person, a person at the same age as you look at him, and then you admire him, like is your God. You will never compete with that person.
Never.
Sorry, I'm sorry. So that's what I've picked up. And I said, Nato, Danina, you lose the game. They're like, I need no loss, but you're going to lose the game. They lose the game.
And it's what I always see, mostly when you play. I always see halftime. Why are we worshiping this? Are we afraid of them? Like,
For what reason?
the very same person who's passing that ball.
Yeah.
He's a human being. You are a human being.
No, let me tell you, the mindset.
It's here.
Kumbulimo Kekana's group at TS Galaxy was a different breed. Majority were from Alex, coached by me, from Royaltigers. And they came to Galaxy. They know me, I'm a lion, I'm a tiger. I fight, my pride, I don't care who's in the room. When I enter in a room, you feel something. My boys have that energy to say, you can't enter into a room and people don't feel that way. So we go to play with Kaizer Chiefs. I'll give you the scenario. This is a select side. They don't have 3 suits. They don't have fancy soccer boots. Those ones are wearing Nike.
First class.
In a top youth development facility in the country. One of the Chiefs, they say, I love us, I was shy, I love us to keep them a chippies. Because our kids
because now
That's a lot of colors.
When we go there, I showed because it was live on Instagram. They do live before the game. They are creating rivals. So I show my boys in the judging room and I say, listen, here's our team, man.
Yes, sir.
We went there.
Let's go out.
We beat them 3.
First, quick in a hair, nice. So,
Keep them a check his heads out. That bring back the conversation. That's the arrogance. Now, generational players are not the same. There are some who are not built character are very strong. Maybe figure like Papa Bona, who fancy, they get
intimidated
by the environment. But I mean, I love being a room full of intelligent people, so that I can learn, so that I can get view. But there are people who get intimidated when they get into a room of educated people.
There are people who get who are intimidated by intelligence.
Yes. And then you are a threat. I mean, I like that threat.
Really talk.
That's what I give to my players. I'm saying that. But you know, players are not the same.
So then, Coach Tiger, I've seen that the experience is a lot.
Yeah.
But in the basket, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Right? In the basket, there's a lot. But let's wow. For today only, give us a motivation.
Chan.
Let's say now there's a young boy watching this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a boy there who wants to write something but still young.
Yeah.
So he's watching this. What motivation would you say? Kana yasekasi kana ukuthi iyafuna ukuba lapha naye uintimidate izinto eziprofessional ukuthi uzofika manje uyathola akana soccer boots akana boot, you know how it is. Friends at home they don't buy soccer.
No.
They don't support us, they don't do anything.
I'm trying to say opportunities are every day. There's never, I don't believe in opportunity comes once. No, they come every day. Depends on you see that opportunity and how to use it. So you just have to keep on going and keep on believing and make good friends. And most importantly, pay attention to each and every small thing that you are not looking at. That's where success lies. Right?
You know which one do I love? Make good friends.
Yeah.
Not good friends, Mchana.
When parents say you are the friend,
Yeah.
I don't.
I wanna just to add on what Coach Tiger is saying. Nah? There's something I learned a few weeks back. I read a lot of books, yabo. So there's this lady who was talking about something, but it's a red card theory.
Yeah.
Yeah? So the red card theory is that ngizokubuza ngithi Coach Tiger, on your way to this interview, how many red cards did you see?
Yeah.
You saw red cards, but because you are not paying attention. So it's the same thing with opportunities. You have to be aware. You have to look in order. Opportunity, as I said, opportunities are always there, but you have to be looking. No matter, emotionally, it's a question is the questions. They're somewhat personal. And understand it's the questions they are answering a lot of questions that I've had from in coming up. You understand? And I've always been like this. I've always lived under a shell. I think that it had some impact in stopper which is having in Pumalanga. I don't know anyone in Pumalanga. How will I express myself? You understand? So Marano, ngiyajabula ukwazi Coach. Ngiyajabula chile mthoke ngikiri moto.
So then, Coach Tiger, if there's a question that I like so much. If you were to know the mistakes that you know now with the experience that you let's say the mistakes that you say you could have avoided, and then maybe you could have been a PSL coach now. What are the mistakes that you can tell us?
No, I don't think they're mistakes for me. They were experiences that I needed to do. Because if there were mistakes that we did, or could have been something else. Sometimes things that we say are mistakes, they're experiences. You can't take God's people out of God's hands. God knows how to fix time. If God wants to fix me, He will take away my mother and my father at the early age for me to be strong in the character, to be able to stand for storms. Because maybe if my mother was there, maybe she was going to shed on me. I was not going to learn. So there are certain things that you must go through, not for you, but for other people to learn from. Some other experiences are not for you. They are for him. When I tell him, don't do it, because I've went through it. And I understand it. And I'll be able to define it to him to a point where he will understand it. It's just like that.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yes. I wanna answer the for that question.
It makes sense.
Bon. Bafethu la itelele na hore ditaba di fele. Fe fela ngena kwa makhuwa. Ne rena le Coach Tiger ka tjego. Coach Tiger shared some important information with us. O re rutile a lot of things if no utlweletse ka tsebe botlhale. I'm sure you might have picked up something. Not everything, but something, and something important. But that's it for our episode today. Re tla le bona next time ka mochilo ntho gore le tshwaretse o mongwe mo popota.